And right now, for the next hour, it's your time. Nothing else matters. Nothing else needs to happen. It's just you and your mat. Perhaps notice how the breath makes you feel. It perhaps becoming deeper and slower. And allow to maybe just check in with yourself, with the body. How your body feels this morning. And if there is any tension in your body, just pay a little bit of attention to it. Just to understand why. Also at the same time to be aware of it. To ensure that you listen to the body through our practice this morning. We're going to slowly breathe in a little bit more. We're going to find the inhalation for count of 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. And exhale for 3, 2, 1. I want you to try to breathe into the belly this time. So even bring the hands onto the belly so you feel the movement and motion of the breath. So when you're ready, we're going to inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhalation for longer. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a rebound here. We're going to inhale again for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to swap the inhalation to go from 4 to 8, and then on our exhalation, we're going just into 4. So take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Rebound, take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one, take a breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and let go. And again, inhale and exhale. Last deep breath in and release. Okay. I want you to reach the arms over the head and give yourself a deep stretch through the body. So feel the length, like you are a shoelace, stretching up. And then when you're ready, bring the arms back along the body. We're going to move into our first yin pose, and that is bridge pose. So I want you to bend into the knees, bring the feet close towards your sit bones. And we're going to either use, as I mentioned, your block, and you can put a blanket on the top to make sure that you support your lower back. Or if you have a bolster, you can even slide the bolster below your lower back, the sacrum, allowing yourself to create a bit of a support. Opening into your heart, working with this spinal extension, and you can take the arms over the head. That's it. And just let be here. Close the eyes. And just utilize your breath to work with the body. Allow your body to open up a bit more with each inhale. And by releasing, surrendering into the moment of exhalation. You will hold this pose for 4 minutes. So keep the breath flowing. Sensate how it makes you feel in your body. The eyelids feel closed. And your breathing's becoming deeper. Allow to arrive into stillness by just focusing on your breath. Right now, stretching into the chest, your abdomen, and your thighs. And at the same time, because your arms are over your head, you're opening the chest, improving the respiration. And as we are working with our meridians this morning, you're stimulating kidney and urinary bladder meridians. So sensate how your spine extends in this beautiful pose. When your mind shifts away, come back to your breath. Allow your heart to open with each inhale. And feel how your body deeply stretching out with each exhale. And it's time for our rebound. So slowly tuck the chin, lift your hips and slide the props away from your lower back. Slide it away, release the spine gently back down. And then your rebound, use to bring the knees over the hips, hands onto the shins, and just draw the circles with your lower back. Create a bit of a massage into the body. Then change the direction of the circulation when you're ready. Well done. And roll onto your side, so onto your right to start. And just for a moment, stay here. Give yourself a bit of a space before we lift ourselves up. And then press into the hands. And we lift ourselves all the way back up. Okay, we are going to find ourselves in a tabletop to start with. So we're going to move into a swing pose. So we're going to focus on then opening the heart. Again, if you have a bolster, you can absolutely use it. And if you don't worry, you can even use the blocks. So what we're going to do is that we're going to lower onto the forearms and start slowly extending one leg at a time and lowering the pubic bone down. Option is to bring the bolster right towards your chest, so below the chest, so it creates a bit of a lift. You remember, if you've got a block, you can even bring the block to support your forehead if you want a bit of a rest with your forehead as well. But whatever you do, just make sure that you are comfortable in a body. Allow yourself to settle into the pose. And then when you do, just close your eyes and observe the feeling. Observe the stillness of your swings pose and how it makes you feel. We're staying in this pose for 3 minutes. So breathing in and breathe out. You're very much working with your sacral lumbar arch, so your lower back. By the same time, opening into your heart. This pose is beautiful for working with your spine. And at the same time, you stimulate the urinary stomach, your spleen, liver and kidney meridians. Feel the breath traveling through the body. Every time the mind shifts away, come back to the breathing. Allow yourself to reconnect and be present in your body. And now it's time for our rebound. So if you have used a bolster at all or any prop, just slide it away. And the rebound option is to bring ourselves all the way down, bringing the hands on top of each other, rest the forehead on top. Finding the crocodile position to allow yourself to connect with the mother stone. And just have a rest for a moment. Another deep inhale. And exhale, slowly release. And you're going to slowly bring the hands below your shoulders, lift yourself back into the tabletop position. Nice. Okay, we are going to focus on what we call swan. Quite similar to a bit of like a pigeon pose, but a little bit different. As we're going to take our left knee towards the wrist, and we're going to take the leg in between both of the wrists. However, I want you to bend into the right knee, so both legs are really bent. So I'm going to show you from this side so you can see what my body's doing. So this is literally your swan, where you're bending into your right knee and your left knee. Okay, so option again, rolling my mat away. Option is to grab the bolster, or you can even have a block. And if you have a blanket as well, which I do have here, you can even just have a bit of an elevation or support by sliding that blanket towards that right hip. You can lower then onto the forearms or stay higher up and bring yourselves onto the bolster. You can even just bring the hands all the way down, and then you can even have a block below the forehead if you need a bit of a rest. Whatever it is you need, just make sure that you check onto the knees, and if you feel a bit of a pain, just get yourself out of this pose straight away. But utilize your breath. Find the stillness in the body. And we're staying in this pose for 3 minutes. So remember, yin is all about holding the poses and focusing on the breathing, slowing down, and stretching deeply into the body. Very much working with your hip flexors and your psoas. So if your hip flexors feel a little bit tight, this is a beautiful deep stretch to take. You're also creating a strong external rotation in the hips. Very much working with your spleen, stomach, kidney, liver, meridians. And save the breath. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly take a rebound. So if you are still in your pose, we're going to actually press into the hands, extend your right leg, because we've done it on the left side, and then step the legs back and find a bit of a downward dog movement. Allow yourself to walk into the legs, awaken the legs. If it's a bit too much, you can always drop the knees down and find a child's pose. Whatever you need, whatever the body needs. Nice. And then when you're ready, you're going to slowly find the stationary if you're in a downward dog. And slowly release the knees back down towards the mat. Take your time. Okay, we're going to find the tabletop. Take a seat on your feet and we're going to slide the legs out. And as we have done a swan to start with on our left knee, and then extended the right leg, we're going to find a shoelace now. I'm going to show you from the front so you can see what the body's doing. So we are going to find the shoelace in a way that we're going to extend the left leg and bring the right knee towards the chest. And then we're going to bring the knee on top of the left and try to keep your foot on the side, so on the edge. So basically, it's not flat, it's being focusing on the edge of the foot to being kind of grounded. So you can either stay in this half a shoelace, or you can just lean towards that left hip and even wrap the other leg under. So you can have both legs kind of wrapped in, whilst your knees are on top of each other. You can always use the blanket below your sit bones if you have anything you want to rest on, like, again, your bolster. You can even have a couple of blocks where you can just find a bit of elevation. You feel free to do so. Because sometimes people like to just even rest the forehead on top of the blocks. But both of the feet, if you've got both legs wrapped up, both of the feet are on the edges of your foot. So allow yourself to find the comfort. We stay here for 2 minutes, so utilize the breath. It should never hurt, so remember to focus on how it makes you feel. But at the same time, when you feel a little bit too lost, you can always just find a rebound a bit earlier and then reconnect with the pose. You're very much working with your hips. At the same time, decompressing your lower back, so your lumbar spine, opening into your hips, stimulating the liver, the kidney and gallbladder and urinary bladder meridians. At the same time, we also massaging into the digestive system, our digestive organs actually. Keep your breath flowing through the body. And you will lean over your knees if it feels good. You will find a deeper stretch. And when you're ready, I'm going to slowly take a rebound. So if your chest was leaning forward, you're going to slowly take the hips towards the left or hip towards the left, extend the left leg and take your right knee off. Bend into both knees and give yourself a bit of a windscreen ride from side to side. You can even have the knees in, whatever it is you need to allow a bit of the movement back into the legs. Nicely done. Okay. Our next pose is going to be again swan, but on the opposite side. So we're going to slowly bring ourselves towards that tabletop. So therefore, we're going to bring our right leg this time towards our right wrist. So right knee to the right wrist, bringing the foot in between. And remember, the left knee bends as well. So we're creating a bit of that 90-degree angle shape of swan. Remember, your blanket can always support your left hip. You can even slide a block in between. You can have the bolster at the front. You can lower onto the forearms. You can have blocks. Whatever it is you need, just find the comfort in this pose. You can go all the way down without any props, resting the arms and the chest. We're staying here for 3 minutes. So utilize your breath. Keep the breath flowing. Allow the body to arrive into outer stillness. And when you're ready, we're slowly going to start taking a rebound. Start slowly lifting the chest up, pressing the hands into the mat. We're going to extend that left leg, tuck the toes and send that right leg back, finding that downward dog again. Give yourself the pedal through the feet, allowing and awakening into the legs. And then find the stationary, then slowly drop the knees back down towards the earth. Take a seat on your feet, slide the legs out. Nice. Okay, we're going to do the shoelace on the opposite side. So this time, your right leg extends and your left knee comes to the top. So again, show you from the front. So again, the foot is on the edge. Knees don't have to be stuck on top of each other. You can have a blanket which you can sit on, or you can take into full-on shoelace where you just wrap the bottom leg in, whatever it is you need and feels good. You can then lean over the knees if it feels comfortable. You can bring the bolster in between the chest and the knees. You can bring a blanket in between, whatever it is you need. And we're staying here for 2 minutes. Allowing the stillness to arrive into the body. Allowing the reconnection of the breath to come. And when you're ready, we're slowly going to start taking a rebound. So start lifting the chest if it was lowered. Lean towards that right hip. Extend that right leg. And then take your left foot off. Bend into both knees. Give yourself that windscreen wipe you need. Nice. We're going to slowly find ourselves into full-on straddle this time. So we're going to open up the legs, and actually this is going to be our last, well, not a last pose. We're going to go all the way down once we finish. But I would like you to make sure that you find a comfortable position here. So you can bring yourselves either into a softening of your knees. You can bring the blanket below your sit bones to allow yourself a bit of elevation. You can even sit on a bolster. Sometimes it's what people like to do. You can bring the blocks in front of you, and that's why we're going to maybe lower the forearms towards the blocks. You don't have to. You can just find a bit of that comfort. You can sit on anything which gives you that elevation in the hips. Blocks, cushion, blanket, bolster, whatever it is you need. You can even have a bolster in front of you, just which can rest. You can even bring the forehead on top and just focusing on your lower area. You're staying here just 2 minutes. So utilize the breath. Feel the inner thigh stretch. Stretching back, hips, groins, inner thighs, stimulating your ovaries, increasing the mobility in your hips, stimulating your urinary bladder, the liver, the kidney meridians. Feel the sensation of the breath. And with each exhalation, allow your legs to soften a tiny bit more. And when you're ready, slowly start lifting the spine all the way up. We're going to take a rebound. Bend into the knees, hands behind your thighs. Give yourself a bit of time. And keep your feet wide apart and give yourself that windscreen wipe movement back into the body. Nice. Okay. We're going to slowly find ourselves down onto the mat. So reach the arms in front of you, hands behind your thighs, and slowly roll the spine all the way down. Extend the legs, and we're going to finish in banana shape poses before we take it fully into the Shavasana. So I want you to walk your both feet towards the left side of the mat, so left corner of your mat. Bring the arms over the head, and we're going to do exactly the same thing with the arms. We're going to bring them more towards the left corner of the mat. Then your right foot either goes on top of your left toes or crosses your left ankle, and then your right hand reaches for that left wrist. Again, you should feel the C-shaped spine. So we are actually flexing the spine. So it's like a side bend. And if your right shoulder is lifting up a bit too much, you can always slide a blanket below. Give yourself a bit of a support there. You're staying here for 1.5 minutes. So maybe close into your eyelids. Just observe how it makes you feel. Keep the breath flowing. And in the inhalation, you surrender. And exhale, you release. You're ready, we're gonna take a bit of a rebound, so slowly start taking your right foot off, your right hand off, and we're gonna realign the spine back to center. So taking the deep breath in, you can invite the knees over the hips, hands onto the shins, give yourself a bit of that rock from side to side, or draw the circles with your lower back into the mat. And then let's go to the opposite side when you're ready. Extend the legs. And we're going to extend the arms, and we're going to move the feet to the right corner of the mat as well as the arms. And then we're going to bring our left foot up across your right ankle or on top of the toes, and then reach with your left hand for the right wrist. And again, C-shape in the spine. Again, you can find your blanket below the shoulder on your left side if it feels good. Eyelids are closed. You're sensating your breath. It's time for our rebound. So slowly take the left foot off. Release your left hand. Bring yourselves back to center. And invite the knees over the hips, hands into the shins. And again, just gently start walking from side to side. Maybe drawing the circles into the mat. Whatever you need. And then we find a stationary Release the feet back down. And it's time for us to take our Shavasana. So extending one leg at a time to the corners of your mats. Maybe keep the arms along the body, maybe towards the belly. So observing the breath. You can always grab a blanket and just become cozy. And then when you settle into the pose, just close your eyes and find the time to rest. Connect with the stillness. Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear up on your shoulders. Just feel the earth receive you and the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless, free. Awakened energy tingling in your hands and feet. Drinking the possibility of being who and what you really are. So fully alive that the world looks different. Newly born and vibrant. Just for now. I invite you to take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale, release through your mouth. Another inhale through the nose. And release, let go. Last deep breath in. and set yourself free. Start slowly bringing the movement into the body, into the toes, your knees, your fingers, your shoulders, your facial muscles. Gently turn the head from side to side, massaging into the neck. And bring it back to center. Invite the knees over the hips. Give yourself a big hug. Show yourself appreciation for stepping onto the mat today. And then roll onto one side. And just for a moment stay. And just for now, be. And when you're ready, press into the hands and lift the heart off the ground, bringing yourself back to seated position of your choice. Invite the hands in between your heart center. Slide them in between your eyebrows for kind thoughts, your lips for kind words, your heart for kind actions. I want you to know that you are beautiful, powerful, and strong. There's no space or distance between us. We are all one. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Namaste.